My precious child, the time you're in right now is not an accident. I guided you here on purpose. This moment is holy. It was planned in the spiritual world and is now showing up in your life. You don't have unlimited time. This season matters more than you know. Don't be afraid, but do respond. Choose to act. I saw your silent struggles, the fear, the tiredness in your soul that sleep couldn't fix. I saw the moments where your faith felt thin and your hope almost disappeared. But I never looked away. My heart moved for you. When you were closest to giving up, I came closer to you. Your name is being whispered in rooms of blessings. Type 9. 9. 9 if you're ready. I paused the heavens for you. The one I knew before the world was made. The one others overlooked. But I called you my child. What you went through wasn't random. It was a test with a purpose. You've always had a special light inside you, and that light has drawn spiritual resistance. I saw the shaking inside you. I heard the prayers you couldn't speak. Even when your body rested, I saw the storm in your spirit. And before a single tear fell, I understood your pain. Others thought you were being distant, but I saw the truth. You were fighting battles deep within. You didn't turn away. You were facing spiritual warfare. The enemy knew your identity mattered, so the pressure came hard. Sudden stress, unexpected tiredness, things going wrong for no reason, doors opening then closing. This wasn't just life. It was a spiritual attack to stop you. But my grace stepped in. I never promised the journey would be easy, but I promised you'd make it through. The enemy meant to break you. I used it to wake you up. You were standing at a point of decision, something that looked small on the outside. But in the spiritual world, it was huge. Saying yes to the wrong thing. Staying silent when I wanted you to speak. Choosing something that looked peaceful, but wasn't from me. These small choices would have opened big doors to darkness. But I stepped in. I didn't speak with thunder. Instead, I gently stirred your spirit. I made the things that once excited you feel empty. I caused your heart to sense something urgent and sacred. You felt distant from people, emotional without reason, crying without knowing why. That was your spirit reacting to my presence. You weren't falling apart. You were becoming aware of me. You are not alone. I'm not just with you when you're strong. I'm right here when you feel like you're falling. That's where you are now, in the middle of falling and rising. But I'm holding you. You were about to step away from your calling, not because you didn't care, but because you were exhausted. That's why I didn't send just comfort. I sent strength. Because if you had stepped off course, the damage would have taken a long time to fix. Please don't minimize what you've survived. It was hard. It did feel like too much. But you held on. You stayed with me, even if all you had left was one small whisper of hope. You didn't break. That's not weakness, that's endurance, that's proof I protected you. I only preserve what I plan to use. You are not broken beyond repair. You are chosen. You are not behind. You haven't missed your moment. You are right on time. I haven't changed my mind about you. I'm not asking for perfection or fake smiles. I'm placing you into divine order. I'm healing your thoughts. I'm restoring your purpose. All those lies you heard, you're too late. You're not worthy. You missed your chance. I'm removing them. They're not from me. They are being cut off and replaced with the truth. You are mine. You don't need to feel excited to be holy. Sometimes holiness feels like letting go of comfort, but it reveals who you really are. You are still here because I still have a plan for you. You are not weak. You are still chosen. Even when you felt small, I stood beside you. I didn't call you by the names others used. I called you by the name I gave you before time began. This wasn't just a fight for your future. It was an attack on your identity. The enemy didn't only want to stop your progress, he wanted to make you forget who you are. He covered you with lies. You're damaged. You're lazy. You're not enough. But none of that is true. In my kingdom, your identity has never been unclear. It has always been sharp and precise. You weren't just one of many. You were the one I came for. I stepped in because you carry something too important to lose. This is not just encouragement. This is a call. I'm reminding you of what's always been true. The enemy fought to distract you from yourself, because once you see clearly, you walk with power. You speak with authority. You pray with certainty. You praise with fire. That's why you felt alone. But that was the exact time I was setting this moment in motion. This isn't just about making things better. It's about awakening you. That feeling inside you, it's not random. It's the truth of who you are rising to the surface. You are feeling something ancient and holy stirring. It's me. And now I ask for one thing. Your full yes. Not just with words, but with your heart. When you say, I'm ready, even in a whisper, the next stage of your purpose is revealed. Until then, you wait. But I won't force you. I respect your decision. And now I'm lighting up your heart so it matches mine. You've seen pieces of this truth before, but now I want you to live in it. This is not only about you. Many lives are tied to your choice to walk forward. When one person I set apart obeys me, chains break, generations are freed, and the enemy knows it. That's why your resistance increased. The closer you came to clarity, the more the pressure rose. But now, truth wins. You don't need to understand everything. Just take one step. Just obey once. That's where change begins. You were never alone. Even when you had doubts, I stayed close. Even when you were hard on yourself, I stayed kind. I never leave those I choose. And now you're being called back to who I made you to be. You are not just receiving help. You are being reset. A trap had been placed on your path. It didn't look dangerous. It looked comfortable. It felt peaceful. But it was a trick. It was crafted just for you, to pull you off track. But you didn't fall. The enemy doesn't attack empty things. He goes after the full, the powerful, the chosen. That's why you were targeted. But I had a different plan, and today that plan is unfolding. This moment is not just a good feeling. It is rescue. Your spirit was attacked not because you're weak, but because when you fully awaken, the darkness trembles. You are a threat to old chains. You are a danger to strongholds. You carry a light that disrupts lies. That's why you were not only tempted, but also made to question if you had heard me right. But even when it was hard to hear me, I was still speaking. You've passed through one of the most deceptive tests. You survived. Not by your strength, but by my favor. And that favor is still active. It didn't just pull you out. It's pushing you into what's next. You've tried to settle, but you can't. That unrest inside you, that's me. I won't let you go back to what I called you to leave. I didn't come just to comfort you. I came to reverse the damage. The very trap meant to end you will become a testimony. What almost crushed you will now prove you were protected for greater things. You thought your struggle made you weak, but it proved your strength. Right now, in the spirit, old words are breaking. Envy is being undone. Wounds are healing. Blockages are clearing. Not because of you, but because I decided this is not the end, this is the beginning. You are not too broken. You are being made new. The next part of your life won't look like the pain behind you. That pain taught you who you are. You've had glimpses of your true self, clarity, insight, thoughts that came from me, not from a book. Those were signs. Now it's time to live them. That trap, it failed. And because it failed, your identity is coming back into alignment. You are being reset, reawakened, made whole. No more hiding, no more shrinking back. Now the truth rises inside you like warmth. A deep shift is happening in the quiet. Not just a good feeling, but a transformation. Your spirit is being straightened. Your strength is returning. And when one of my chosen ones survives the trap, the place of fear becomes a holy place. So open your heart. Let it receive this truth even before your mind fully understands it. The shadows didn't win. I was with you in the invisible places. When you felt lost, I was guiding each step. What looked like delay was my hand preparing everything. And now, this is the moment I've been waiting for. A sacred door is opening. You're not running out of time. You are being drawn into my time, into my perfect moment, into who you were always meant to be. Let go of your fear. Let go of the old weight. The air has changed, and you can feel it. Things are shifting, because you're ready. Not your body, but your soul is ready. You were created for this time. This time was created for you. Now walk in it, and let the world see who you truly are. This moment is not just a recovery, it is a launch. You are not just being healed, you are being positioned. Every piece of your past, every ache, every delay, every quiet night filled with questions, none of it was wasted. Each one was shaping the strength you now carry. You see, the world told you that your value was in how fast you could perform, how much you could achieve, how loud you could be. But I never measured you by speed or noise. I have always measured you by your depth. And oh, how deep you've become through the pain. How rich your spirit has grown through the stillness. You now carry wisdom not taught in books, but learned in battle. You carry a tenderness that only comes from walking through fire with love still intact. Do not despise the season that nearly broke you. It refined you. You may have thought it was delay, but I was deepening you. You may have thought it was punishment, but I was protecting you. You may have thought I had gone silent, but I was building a foundation that could hold the weight of your calling. This is why the season was so long. This is why the waiting was so uncomfortable. Because what I am building through you must last. I do not place greatness on unstable ground. Angels are guiding your next step. Type "I trust" the way to confirm. And now the shift begins. Quietly, gently, not with noise but with clarity. You are stepping into something new. It may not look like what you expected. It may not feel dramatic, but it is true. It is strong. It is mine. So listen closely to what I'm doing in you. You're beginning to see yourself with my eyes. You're no longer asking, "Do I belong here?" You are beginning to say, "This is what I was made for." You're no longer chasing approval, because you've already been approved by the one who created you. You're no longer begging for space, because I have already made room for you. This is why the enemy worked so hard to shut you down before this moment. Because once you stand in the truth of who you are, you move differently. You speak with quiet confidence. You walk in unshakable peace. You lead with gentleness and power. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to prove anything. You just have to walk with me. Breathe slowly. Let your heart rest in these words, for they come not from the world, but from my eternal love for you. I bless your mind with peace, a calm that no confusion can break. I bless your heart with healing, the kind that goes deep into old wounds, into forgotten grief, into places no one else ever saw. And I make you whole again. I bless your eyes, that they may see truth, even when lies try to cloud your vision. May you see yourself, others, and your future through my eyes. I bless your hands to create, to build, to comfort, to release. May everything you touch carry grace. I bless your feet to walk forward with purpose, no longer wandering in fear, but moving in confidence that I go before you. I bless your relationships to be pure, protected, and full of life. May every connection that drains you be removed, and everyone that lifts you be drawn near. I bless your voice. May it carry power, love, and clarity, no longer silenced by fear, shame, or doubt. May you speak when I lead you to speak, and rest when I lead you to rest. I bless your sleep, that the nights which were once filled with restlessness, worry, or tears will now be covered in stillness, in restoration, in peace. I bless your decisions, that they be rooted in wisdom and not fear. May you no longer overthink or second guess. May you trust the gentle nudges of my spirit. I bless your future, not just with opportunities but with divine alignment. No more wrong places, no more wasted seasons. Only purpose, only what is holy, only what is mine. And now, may my spirit settle gently upon you. May the weight of confusion lift from your shoulders. May the lies you believed about yourself break off, completely, forever. May your soul return to its rhythm, the one I placed within you before you ever spoke a word. Let every hidden place in you be filled with light. You are not being delayed, you're being positioned. Type "I am in divine alignment" if this is for you. Let every forgotten promise rise again. Let every dry well begin to flow. Let every part of you that thought it was too late feel the warmth of my mercy saying, "You still belong." You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are being found again. Found in my love. Found in your identity. Found in your calling. Found in my arms. And I, the Lord your God, who watches over you day and night, who neither slumbers nor sleeps, I declare over you, you will rise. You will rise not with noise but with quiet strength. You will rise not by your might but by my spirit. You will rise not to prove your worth but because I already called you worthy. You will rise because I am lifting you. You will rise because it is time. The season of hiddenness has served its purpose. The silence has taught you to listen. The battle has made you strong. The pressing has made you pure. And now, you will go forward with fire in your bones and peace in your soul. You will carry light into dark places. You will bring healing where there has been hurt. You will carry my name, not as a burden but as an honor. You will walk with me, not behind, not ahead, but with me. And together, we will write a new chapter. No longer ruled by fear, no longer held back by shame, no longer tied to what others said you were, but free, fully free. Child, lift your head, stand tall. This is your time. This is your awakening. This is your release, and nothing, no person, no pain, no past can take it from you, because I gave it. And what I give, I protect. Go now, with your spirit anchored in truth. Go now, with joy returning to your heart. Go now, with nothing missing. For I, the Lord, am your shepherd, and you shall not want. And when you feel weak, remember this: I am still with you. I am still speaking. I am still guiding, and I will never, ever let you go. Now rest, beloved. You've stepped through the fire and did not burn. You passed through the waters and did not drown. You survived the storm, and now you rise in peace. You rise in power. You rise in purpose. You rise in love. And I, your God, your Father, your Defender, I rise with you, always. Amen.